it's time for some Lion. Gonna be doing his command training. As soon as I find a proper Lion wallpaper. But, no. That's a wolf, not a lion. Oh, 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 oh. Line it up. Oh boy, I gotta stop. Okay. Which one did I do last time? I just, no, they're both little. Oh well, we'll do it. Looking up his nose, but that's about right. He is supposed to be French. Oh wait. Did I hit the wrong button? I did. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Yeah. Go! That was wolf. What am I doing? Anyway, I wanted to back out, but I hit circle instead of triangle, because VF4 is different like that. I want to check, there we go, check my Lion file. How the heck did I load a wolf? I got myself confused. They're both canonical. Oh, my neighbors are making loud noises of some sort. Okay. There's that sweet motorcycle helmet. Oh, there's a blue helmet I had just got. Do I want a blue helmet? Helmet white? Well, that's... huh. A lot of helmets. I think these are all items I captured from other lions in Kumite, basically. And for training, I think I should go white. It'll show up better on video. Ears? Skull earring, well, you're not going to be able to see it. No white, what's default? Yellow? Yellow's supposed to be high visibility. Oh, it is. Now what? Yellow all the way, you say? Why certainly. Oh yeah. Well, actually, I think I like his second costume better though, so... what do we got here? Light blue? That is not light blue. I protest. All my neighbors. What are they doing? What is that racket? Alright, well, you can't miss that in video thumbnail. Yes, this is all about marketing. That's the one. Lion I found to be pretty much the most straightforward character when I just jumped in and messed with him without even doing training. Possibly like Kage, he may have tons of moves that I didn't even know about that are really tough to do, but we'll find out. I had thought he would be difficult just because he's got this whole, you know, crazy Mantis style thing where he's always in these exaggerated poses, but just hitting people, it's pretty straightforward actually. You always have complicated combos, I don't know, of course. Oh boy, what's this? Alright. Ah, come on. Shenpippo, what was that called? Senshippo, that's what. Senshippo. Take that move. Back, down, forward, come on. That's just to annoy people. Huh. That's the same as down. Why did it have... no? Ah. That seems pretty good. The range on that. What? Oh, you have to keep holding down. See, it doesn't... That's one thing that it doesn't communicate well. It's just hard to do. Huh, weird. Keep holding that one down. Not keep holding that one down. It's interesting because just standalone kick guard is just that, but if you do down kick first, that's good. Actually, that's a lot like a Jackie has a move. Wait, is it Jackie? I think it's Jackie has a move like that, kind of. That's good. It's kind of a deceptive little thing. Good range. That's good. And good range. See, that's the thing, like fast attacks, good range. Deceptive moves too. That hits low. Is that 2 low hits? Yeah, jeez. That's interesting. Risky, of course. In practice, I'll always end up doing that and get clobbered. That's a good one. The old Mantis Strike. Probably, I mean, it looks slow, but it's got good range and it seems to work well in combat. Ah. It's a turnaround. He has a lot of combos from that, if I recall. Well... oh boy. What? See, this should really show you the timing of the demo's inputs, but it doesn't. So I guess it's after the hit? Not clear. Maybe this will tell me. It did not. Oh, it's right away. That is right away as well. That is a charge mantis strike. What was the? Oh yeah. The motorcycle helmet is really what makes it. Oh yeah, he's got. That is nasty. And that hits mid, I mean, go figure. Go figure. So his punch kick moves pretty nasty. I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing, I was just doing stuff. Oh, down kick, guard kick. Good sweep. Oh. It hit. Jeez. Oh, that was a kick. Kick worked. Ah, it was kick again. Kick still worked. Gonna make me do kick next, yep. Forward sweep. Wow, that's range. That is serious sweep range. Holy cow. This is why Lion is so good. Of course, in 5 or Final Showdown, that would be a offensive move, quote unquote, where he doesn't actually hit them, he just scoots closer to them. Kind of like that, basically. So he had offensive moves without needing to evade. Evade? I can't say evade correctly. Jeez, that is creepy looking. Mantis you up. Mantis is coming. Ah, anyway. Shikuku. Whoa. Wow, that is butting up to the camera. Oh. Wow, I did it so much I side switched. You can get around the camera and actually side switch that way. Sheesh. Back all buttons. That is a super evade. Oh man, that floats, doesn't it? Okay. Oop, I was behind. Oh, the camera. Watch out for the camera. Oh, watch out for the camera again. Wow. Well, that wasn't... Well, wow. Just have to be closer. As close as he gets. Alright, whatever. Some hang time. Oh, that one. Now, that one was funny. I ringed a guy out that way once. Because I was near the edge. But then I kicked him back, and you see how he skidded along the floor there. So he hit the ground when I was doing this in a match. He hit the ground and skidded, and just skidded off the edge behind where I had been. I mean, it was all accidental, of course. What the... Come on. What is that nonsense? Oh. Hit it. Come on. Well. Oh, why? How? That's just two inputs? There's a long pause between the sidestep and the throw. Seems weird. But anyway, you must input it by just shortly after, but I don't know. See why? Why? Okay. Thanks for that tip there. Ah! I can't even do the first part now. Why doesn't it tell me what the input timing is for the second part? It only ever does the first part. Well, I mashed it out. Whatever. Come on. What's the... Watch out, camera. Either releasing too early, and then I release it right away, so sure. Or too late. Narrow window here. Whatever. Oh no, this buffered thing is stupid. Let's see what to did I just do that had one of these? Wow, I guess? No, it was before that. Well, whatever. So... I don't know what move he's doing. it's back punch. Well, that wasn't so bad. I did it! Huzzah! Well, that wasn't all that bad, relatively speaking. It doesn't make a big to-do when you complete it, but you see my time went into the middle box in the lower right there, and it says best, because that's the only time I've done it. But also the best. So, there was down kick, kick guard, that seems really good. And then there were a bunch of punch kick moves. Back punch kick, and then charge. Back punch kick, was it? Down back punch kick. Down punch kick, forward punch kick. Oh, there was down forward kick guard. Huge range. Back kick guard. Basically, you've got good moves everywhere you look. Essentially, forward kick was good. Oh, forward kick. So basically, just all his moves are good. All his pretty normal button combinations and buttons. Can't really go wrong. That's why he's so easy to use. They didn't give him stupid dead-end moves and stuff. He just does stuff. And he's fast. So that's Lion. He's actually pretty basic. Super basic compared to the rest of the cast. He's also annoying, but alright, well, go fight with him. That's what Lion's made for, fighting. Not this fancy stuff. Not sitting around with a snifter. I don't even know what a snifter is. That's how unfancy I am. Okay. Oh wait. Oh no. I'm in my bright yellow, not favorite suit. I did this wrong. Oh well. I brought this on myself.
I don't make allowances for old man.
Old man. Oh, or Cupheads. Dinner time. Oh, I am first stand. Oh, that's right. I did unlock his VF1 model, and it was horrible looking because at first stand you unlocked a quote-unquote Virtua Fighter 1 model for the character that you unlock with a little button code at the character select screen, and it was really ugly looking. Super grotesque. I like most of the VF1 models, but Lion's was icky. Got the old orange life preserver. Of course, Lion was not in VF1, he was in VF2, so I guess they just took his VF2 model and made it even lower detail life preserver. Dang. Ground juggles. I think there ought to be a way to juggle that, but he goes way back afterwards. Down kick, kick guard. Oh, I'm trying fancy stuff and losing. Okay, gotta go back to fighting. What? Ugh. Shit. That was pretty crummy.
knucklehead.
Yeah, I guess. Actually, we had similarly sized heads. Me with my helmet and him with his bobblehead. I really want that bobblehead, but I don't know if I'm going to play Lao much, and that guy's only second Q though, so he shouldn't be that hard to find. Not hard to run into. Oh no! I hate that. I'm not going to take your ninja nonsense. Take my mantis nonsense. Uh-oh. Kage does have the best little, possibly the best little character thumbnail next to his, above his name in the upper right corner. It's not really fair, he's got a cool mask. And to strike, charged. Big charge.
Fight 3. Ready, go.
Oh. Whoop. Yeah, Lion is just a wrecking crew. He just has deadly stuff coming out of every input, almost. And he looks very handsome with his helmet, I must say. If he had like a business suit to go with the white helmet, that would be so cool. The black business suit, white helmet, going to meetings. What? Ah. Whoop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have looked at his rank. He's 4th Dan. I'm scared now. Ah. Didn't do that well, though. Because he's lonely. He's been training in solitude. Uh-oh. Should've just thrown him. Ah! What? What happened to my throw? Ah! I was robbed. Jeez, he's beating all my punches. Well, this is bad. Checking all my throws. This is really bad. He was totally slumming in the first round, as the AI likes to do. It always works on me, too. I always think, oh, I got him. I got him. And then I get stomped. Okay, you're gonna tech all my throws. I don't know how to tech throws because it's stupid. That was some BS. I want to turn off throw techs. Of course, there are certain games where you, like Virtua Fighter 3, or no, Alpha, Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper on PS2 and the Street Fighter Alpha Anthology. I think you can turn off throw teching, and I'm terrible at it there too, even though it's way easier in theory. But I haven't turned it off because I feel a little guilty, because the CPU, of course, is really good at it. So there's almost no point in trying to throw in that game, and I don't anyway because I can't get used to the input for it. But I'm being tempted to turn it off because it basically just helps the CPU be cheap to me, but then I feel like, well, I don't know, it's what they're programmed to do, it's part of the game. In theory, Solution is get good, noob. It does make it a lot harder to be a throw character at higher levels.
Fight free! Ready, go!
Oh. I was experimenting with kick guard moves, and that was up back kick guard, I guess, but I feel like I whiffed something.
What a knucklehead!
Knucklehead.
Fight one! Ready,
Oh, see, this is dinner time's. Dinner time was the bobblehead I fought earlier, but this is his second costume, which does not have the bobblehead on it, sadly. And this is what actually finally tipped me off to the fact that the AIs in Kumite do all have two costumes, just like the player does.
fight two! Ready, go!
So, watch, I would, if I was playing as Lao, I would get to dinner time and he'd be in this costume and I wouldn't unlock the bobblehead. That would be sad. I'm not sure it works that way, but it seems like it would.
Ready, go!
Oh, can I juggle off the fence? It seems like it. I was trying to juggle off the fence. Dang it. Dang it, dinner time. Should have had dinner earlier.
Ready, go!
Is there a supper time? Brunch time? Uh-oh, that was good. Good. Oh no. That was back kick and then another back kick. Interesting.
It's a matter of course.
Yeah, raise the roof, everybody. Standing here in the courtyard, grand front yard of, I don't know, Champs-Élysées, or I don't know what French stuff is. Louis the 14th.
Here I come.
What is that? Oh,
Ready, go!
what's that big palace? Versailles? I don't know. Place with the Hall of Mirrors. Ah! Okay. Nice leather pants, though. Ah, this is really bad.
Fight two! Ready, go!
One thing Lion may not have a whole lot of is high-low mix-ups. Which may be a problem later on. Just... oh boy.
Fight three! Ready, go!
Jeez. Ah! Oh man, the range. Oh. I'm never gonna get promoted. Oh man. That was not even close to figuring out how to beat her. Oh, my earring is clipping through the helmet. No! should have quit out there and changed colors or something, but then I wouldn't have known about the earring, I guess. Well, second cue. Fought your sister 3 ranks higher than you. She wiped me out. Now you're gonna beat me too. I'll be really depressed. Dang it.
Fight 2. Ready, go!
Oh, these Bryants. Yeah. Oh god, I feel like outgunned all of a sudden. I mean, counting Sarah too. I mean, just look at the damage he's doing. He's got longer legs than me. What do you do? So he's got high-low mix-ups and I don't. Wow. Yeah, I guess I don't know how to fight either of them. Gosh. I think I'd forgotten some key thing. Oh, that one I was trying to remember. He does have a high-low mix-up. It's down kick. See, it's slow. Down kick, kick. I get hit every time I try. Every time. Alright, well, I'm just gonna lose. Just gonna lose. How about that, gnome? How do you like that?
Ready, go!
That didn't work. It's not the best. You just cruised right between the raindrops there. Alright, I'm gonna try other stuff instead. Wow, that was bad.
Fight 3. Ready, go!
Oh. Hey. Okay, maybe I just need to change costumes. Ugh. Oh man. So he's easy to use, but maybe that's a trap in a way. 7 items? I really have 7 items? Oh, I have all those helmets, so yeah, I guess I do. Put the earrings on this one, good. Pretty good. Ugh. Nope. helmet color that goes with this, unfortunately. How about cowboy hat? But that's not as cool as helmet. No, no, that is awful. Ugh. I was just wearing red helmet before. It must have been because I just unlocked blue helmet. Should I do blue helmet then? It's new. Shiny and new. It looks a little weird. I'm gonna stick with red helmet. Okay, this is sure to help my game. We gotta remember to load it correctly this time. Hold start button. This is the most discordant my neighbors have been. Oh boy. Laugh that off. Ugh. Why did I do that? Why did I just cruise along the floor like that? I hate it when a lion does that to me. There's that super all 3 button evasion. I'm so bad at evading. Okay, I gotta stop messing around. Ah! I feel like I've totally forgotten everything that worked with Lion. Oh yeah, that's good. Down forward punch kick. I hate that so much. Whoa. Ow. Kill him. Oh no. Oh, I guess turning around isn't gonna solve all my problems. Just flail away, mash away.
Ready, go!
Ugh. I do feel like there's a lack of, like, he's just really good at standard melee moves, but there's kind of a lack of stuff to mix it up more than that, maybe. I mean, I'm bad at coming up with mix-ups, I suppose, but a lot of characters will have sort of radically surprising sweet shades, dude. Lazy Akira. I don't know if I fought this guy that much before. Maybe in his other costume. Lazy Akira is a good name for a guy who has intense sunglasses. Ow! And is Akira. I mean, that part's important, I guess. Oh, you evaded it. Okay. Oh. Oh. Why am I trying to mash out of Akira stagger attacks? Oh, hello. Hello, Orbit. This guy. Well, I'm feeling a creative lack of creativity, as you can tell, and a lack of words.
I don't make a fight one. Ready, go!
Okay, now they're softballing it to me because they're having pity on me. Kumite committee. This guy can't beat anybody. How does he get to be first Dan? Frankly, I don't know. Well, I think I do know. It's because against lower levels, he's just got all these attacks everywhere, and they all hit pretty easily. But suddenly you get to first Dan or so, and the opponents start blocking the easy stuff, and then you're like, oh, well, that's all I got. Yeah, I have a move like that. What? Oh no, see, that's the problem with that move. There it is. Oh, he's blocked. Oh, well, now I'm just goofing off. Getting beat by a 9th cube. It's fine. It's fine, I'm not demoralized or anything. Owie, ow, ow. Barely beat the 9th cube. Doing good. This is another case where doing the command training didn't really help me, but then again, it didn't really teach me any moves I didn't know that I actually want to do. I think. Oh, sweet mask. Barfly. Oh, the root beer color. Maybe that's why he was called Barfly, I guess, because he's beer colored. It's a cool color, though. Box my ears, sir. Ow. Denied. See, he can do stuff like that. I don't have a move like that. I don't have a big surprising move like that. I've got... No, what's the charge version? Not that. That's kind of my big surprise. The old charge mantis strike. Oh my gosh. I guess I've got evasive moves, but I'm bad at evasive moves. Like I just demonstrated. Ow, ow, ow. My back kick is super good. Until I overdo it. Oh! Alright, I'm definitely feeling depressed about Lion. I enjoy the helmet. I like the cool jacket with the weird buckles. Which, I don't know, does he have that in 5 in Final Showdown? Oh, my leg! He doesn't really have fast movement forward and backwards, which is a little weird. Ow. surprised that worked. Bum rush. Oh no, no. Tried a variation on the bum rush and I got bummed. Oh, I hate missing that. Oh, that was supposed to be a sweep. What happened? Wow. Ooh! And counters. Whatever you call them. Ow. Oh! That was brutal. Oh gosh. Okay, just gonna win 3 straight rounds and I'll just be ready to quit. Oh, that's my throw. Yeah, well, I blew it. 3 straight rounds of blowing it. Okay, one more try. Really not feeling Lion at the moment. I think I'm gonna lose a rank.
I don't make allowances for old man. Fight one.
Yeah,
Ready,
this is bad. It will help me answer one question if I do lose, which it's sure looking like I'm going for. Oh, Dr. Grapple. Ow.
Fight two. Ready, go.
What the heck was that? Wow. Oh. What happened? Was that my throw and it somehow... Oh, that was not a good plan. Oh, I'm dead. No, I'm not. If I don't get demoted, I'm just gonna quit out before I do get demoted. Ow! Oh no! Oh no! He's rolling me. Oh, bye-bye rank. Bye-bye rank. Bye-bye happiness. At first stand and up, you can lose rank if you lose too much, and I went on a huge losing spree.
Game over.
I am shamed. So it's just that easy to lose rank. So now, given that you unlock the VF1 model, unquote VF1 model at first stand, Do I still have access to the VF1 model now that I've been demoted from first Dan down to first Q? Man, this is embarrassing. I think maybe subconsciously I just wanted to be able to drop Lion, but I like Lion. Status. Oh, it still says VF1 character. Okay, so yeah, save might do nothing. That's fine. So then let's check. So you select and then immediately hit and hold punch and kick. Holding punch and kick. This should come up with the horrifically ugly pseudo VF1 orange life preserver outfit. Yeah, so you don't lose, you at least don't lose the stuff you lost by ranking up when you get demoted. So that's good, I guess. Although, I wouldn't have mind losing this bottle because it's so bad. I don't know how to be a lion anymore. I'm not a lion, I'm a kitten. Meow. Oh. See, right there I was trying to do Lao's uppercut because I thought I was cool. Oh, he just keeps hitting me. Oh. I did throws with harder inputs. Does that make them harder to tech? Asking for a friend. Alright, I can't play line right now. Can't do it.
Game over.
Well, that was my lion kind of crumbling into dust. Command training went easy, and I guess in retrospect it's easy to say it went too easy, worryingly easy if I had been smart enough, perhaps because he doesn't have just tricky moves that sort of give me the feeling that I can call on sort of different, radically different strategies when I need to. I feel like I'm kind of just doing my lion thing all the time the same way, more or less. And once you get to first Dan or so and the opponents start defending adequately, that's a problem. Like, he does have that down kick, guard kick mix-up, but it's actually slow to get going, and doesn't have particularly good range, so that's not as useful as I had hoped. And beyond that, I don't remember a whole lot of other mix-ups he has. He's got a lot of long-range low strikes, but they don't, if they're blocked, he doesn't follow with like an upper strike, and I don't remember him having any strikes that went from a high to a low. So that gets to be a real limitation. And like, my throws were getting teched at a ridiculous rate, even by not super high level guys. I'm not sure what that means, except I was too predictable with them. I do wonder though if the CPU has more trouble checking stuff, like if you do like forward back throws or quarter circle or half circle throws, but he didn't have that many of those, did he? I don't know. Well, for now it makes it easy for me to say, let's take a break from Lion. I've been scratching a bunch of characters lately. Well, I scratched Lao because I felt he was just kind of boring. So if we scratch Lion from my crude little chart here, putting down below Lao, who is in the scratched category, and Jackie. Next up will be Pi in Virtua Fighter 5. I liked her better there than in 4. So in 4, so far I've played and done the training for Ali, who I just kind of like. She's got this ridiculous kick, and aside from that she's got just fast punches and, I don't know, lots of stuff to learn that I'm not good at doing too, but I'm not worried about all that stuff. And Kage, who sort of fried my brain because he's got a lot of weird timing combination moves and stance. He's got this Jumanji, whatever it is, stance. But aside from those, he does have a lot of really effective, kind of wild special moves, so I think there's good possibilities with Kage. And that's in VF4, I mean. Then there's 2 more characters who I intend to try playing in VF4. Oops. Just erased the wrong character. That's fine, okay. And that would be Shun and Vanessa. Now, Vanessa, I know I like in VF4, or at least I have quite recently. So I think she's pretty safe from getting scratched, I mean. And then Shun, who is fun in VF4, and he gets censored. He's not allowed to be drunk in 5 and 5 Final Showdown. In 4, he just rolls around on the ground drooling, and it's just crazy. And I guess that's, alcoholism is a disease and it's terrible, but that's how his character was built. And in 5 and 5 Final Showdown, they just pretend that he doesn't drink, and it's just not the same. And actually in Final Showdown, they totally reanimate him and change his movement style from a sort of circular flowing style to a jabby style, and not down with that. So anyway, Shun is my dude in 4. I'm probably not very good with him compared to some of the other characters, but he is pretty unique, especially in 4 and 5, I guess, but especially in 4 with his crazy antics. And so hopefully I can stick with Shun. I think I'll be able to stick with Vanessa because she is just super good in 4. Got 2 whole martial arts. Her Muay Thai is super fast and kick ass, and she's awesome. Pi, I haven't dropped any of the characters I decided to play in 5 yet. Pi is the next one I'm going to play here. I've done El Blaze, who's fun. I've done Go, who is a lot of fun. I've done Jeffrey, who is fun. He's got this ridiculous throw that, well, you'd have to see my video. Pi, I have struggled to like. I liked her more in 5 than in the other games. I'm going to try to learn her moves in command training here and then see how I feel about her. But she is definitely kind of on the chopping block. And then the remaining characters in 5 that I've decided to try to play are Vanessa, but that would be only as a sort of change up from playing her in 4, because she's really best in 4, and Wolf. in Final Showdown, there's Brad. I thought I was going to be playing Jackie, but I just didn't click with Jackie, so Jackie got scratched. Jean, who is only in Final Showdown, and he's a lot of fun. Up next for Final Showdown, I have yet to try Sarah. I'm a little worried she might go the way of Jackie, because I felt the same way about her ahead of time, which is that they finally made her fun to play in Final Showdown, but I'm worried that when it comes down to actual very hard CPU combat, that's not going to work, but we'll see. Takarashi, who is only in Final Showdown, and maybe some Vanessa, because she's very different in Final Showdown. I mean, they changed Vanessa a lot from game to game. They kind of nerfed her a lot after 4, but then they changed her a lot at 2 in other ways, and she definitely does feel like a totally different, unique character in Final Showdown, but and you can't make costumes for her, so she doesn't have to have that nasty bleached out skin and all that junk, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I like Vanessa so much I wouldn't mind playing her in all 3 games. I'm not sure I have yet figured her out in Final Showdown. But anyway, that's who I kind of have left. Of those, as I was saying, Pi is next. She's probably the most likely for me to not want to keep playing, but maybe I'll find cool stuff in command training. Wolf, I guess, also is a character I'm not good with, but he's got a really unique playstyle, so I hope I can keep playing him. I think he'd be worth playing if I can handle it. Well, I'm just running on at the brain here, so I should wrap this up and try to get in a Pi session this evening. Pi. This has been a embarrassing demotion of my my Lion, who I thought was pretty solid, relatively speaking, and he was up to first Dan, really. And I think basically the last time I got promoted and I was like woohoo and quit because I really just wanted to unlock his VF4 model, which turned out to be incredibly awful. Oh, and yeah, I remember I was losing when I was trying to play him with the model I had just unlocked, and I was blaming that on being distracted by the model, but probably more likely in retrospect and what I've seen today too, that once he gets up to the higher half of the AIs, it's just my game with him is just too simple and can't find a way to get hits in, and is just way too predictable and gets counterattacked. Well, so that's how it's gone with Lion. Not good. Not good. But that just means I can spend more time playing other characters that I feel better about. So that's good, I think. And really, the fewer characters I try to play, the better chance there is that I will not be embarrassingly bad with them, I hope. So it's probably good. I do need to cut down my own roster. So Pi may be next on the chopping block. Chopping block. So watch out for that. And heads may roll, probably mine. And that's Pi in Virtua Fighter 5. Just to be clear. Next in 4, my remaining characters for 4 will be Shun and Vanessa, but first I'll be doing Pi in Virtua Fighter 5 and then Sarah in Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, because this is alphabetical this time through.